What is going on, everyone? Zion's here with the Everyday Grind. Today, we're going to talk about Endwalker. And Endwalker, for a lot of us, for Final Fantasy 14, is less than a week away. I've paid for early access. I've applied my code. It's going to happen. I'm going to get in there, and I can't wait. But there's still time. There's people that haven't even prepped for Endwalker, getting ready for the new content. You've got plenty of time still, even if you have early access. Better if you don't have early access and you have to wait another week to get into the content. We're going to go over some of those things that I think you can do. Boosting is definitely a thing. Boosting is huge. I think if you've already done the storyline, there's no reason not to boost unless you can't afford it because it does cost money. However, I think it's very comparable. I think that the price of boosting is really, really good compared to some other games that we're not going to talk about today. So let's get in there. Let's find out what you can do to get into the new content and prep and get ready as a new or returning player. And don't forget, I stream 5 nights a week right here on YouTube. So please like, subscribe, ring that notification bell right here on this YouTube channel so that you know when I drop a new YouTube short, a live stream, or we're talking about games, I'm dropping a video. Endwalker prep. Let's get ready. Let's go. A new expansion and my first as a newer Final Fantasy 14 online player. I've been playing MMOs for many years, but recently got into Final Fantasy earlier this year. My community had been asking me to get into this game because I was a Warcraft player. Scions, you need to try this game. It's really good. I tried it for like 2 hours one day 3 years ago. Didn't really like it. Didn't understand it. Was still into Warcraft pretty hard. My community was right. This is a great game. It's different than other MMOs, and that's what makes it so great. The game still has the new car smell, and I absolutely love that I found a job or class that I really synergize with. Currently, since you can be anything in the game, and this is great with one character, I have a level 80 warrior. That's the character I started with. I have a level 65-ish samurai and a level 80 machinist, as you see right here. And this is the class that I really, really love. Don't forget that December 3rd at 1 a.m. Pacific time is the magical day and time for early access to Endwalker when it drops, but you must have pre-ordered the expansion. Firstly, it will be most important to get your character up to level 70. Remember, these are what I think you should do as a new and returning player, where I think you're going to get the most bang for your buck. I believe your character needs to be as close to the end of leveling as possible. And don't forget that if you want to get ready for the new jobs that are coming out, I do believe you have to be level 70 to get in there and choose those jobs. I prefer level 80 because that's the max cap right now, and I'm fine with that. But there are a few things you may want to do after you get to level 80. Since every character in Final Fantasy 14 Online can be any job you want and have every profession, I just love saying that. Make sure you have chosen a job that you love. Very important to make sure you love this job or this class you're playing and you like how it moves, how it reacts with the world, how he or she looks. You don't want to waste time. I'm trying to save you guys some time. You don't want to waste time getting into Endwalker and going, oh, I need to change. I need to do this stuff. It's a very important step to choose how your character looks and the job you want, because you want to overcome the quote unquote, I don't know what to play thoughts that every MMO player has had at one time or another, or you're chasing the meta build, but you don't really like it. Just get in there and play the game. Have fun. And then once you're at level 70 or 80, which I prefer, if you want to swap jobs, do it now and get ready to tackle the new content. You're going to get there. Don't waste another minute. How do you do that? How do you do it fast? Let's talk about boosting. I boosted my level 80 machinist. I don't feel bad about it. There's some stereotypes out there that say boosting is a bad thing. I don't think so. I think it's a great tool. There are a ton of Final Fantasy purists out there, and there are 2 schools of thought. First, if you want to boost, make sure you have done the main storyline of the game. Then you at least know the story progression. Remember, Final Fantasy Online is very story-driven, and I believe personally this is the best choice for new and returning players who have not finished the story. You still have time. Get in there and do the story, because then when something pops up in the story, in the expansion, you're not going to think to yourself, I don't understand that. Get in there and do the story. Very, very important. But you don't have to, which comes to my second point of boosting. You may just want to get into the content right away, and boosting will help you get in there really, really fast. I think this is a fine choice as well, due to how the player wants to play the game and what content you want to choose to start. It's your character, it's your money, do what you want to do. The price for boosting a job is around $25 USD, which is less than half of what other games charge for their boosting services. I think this is a great deal and a great tool to get you into the new content of Endwalker. Again, Scions is all in on that. Once you have made your choices and you know what you want to play, get in there and play it. I have found that I personally love getting into new dungeons, raids, and trials as early as possible and as strong as possible. There's going to be a learning curve on a lot of this new content. A lot of people aren't going to know the mechanics and all these things. It's a great way to get in there, make friends. And if you're doing the content early enough, your friends list is going to grow. Your ability to access more things with more people in this game is going to grow exponentially. I like to minimize myself personally the pain of being into these things and getting my face pushed in. I want to be as highly geared as possible, and I want to be the highest level possible. It's a Scions thing. If I'm doing new content, I want to prepare myself. I want to get in there. As you can see here, I'm farming gear in the near raids, and I will keep doing so until I can get as much gear as possible. I believe that farming this raid with your character will give you a huge advantage when the new content starts. A lot of people are doing this. The queue times are very, very low. Get in there, do it, make it happen. Also, now is the time to do the blue quests and open up those raids and dungeons that you may have skipped, because you're going to be doing all of your daily things, and then you're going to be grinding out your final levels and getting that gear. Open that stuff up, get in there. There's a few stories in there you may like. I think it's a great thing. If you're like me and you have early access to Endwalker, you have less than a week as of the date of this video. If you do not have early access to Endwalker, you'll have a bit more time. Remember, if you want to maximize your ability to smoothly transition at a high level, this is the best way I know how to do it. And it's been as successful for me for many, many games for many years. I know it's a quick down and dirty. I know I didn't really get into details, but these are basic things that I think new and returning players should be thinking about. It's going to get you into Endwalker, and it's going to be great. I'm really, really looking forward to it. That's it for me, everyone. Don't forget, I live stream 5 nights a week right here on YouTube. So please like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you know when I've begun a new live stream, I've uploaded a short, or dropped another video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.